day. We dey wait for you to come our way. Simon Ekpa, you dey fight like lion, keeping Biafra safe from Zion. Oh mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister, we no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want am strong. We Simon Ekpa we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout, Mama Biafra, yeah, I'll call no doubt. Enemies close, but we stand up tall. Together we rise, we no go follow. Oh Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister, we no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. In unity we go dey strive. Fight for freedom, we go alive. With courage and strength we dey fight. Mama Biafra, our guiding light. Oh Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister, we no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. With Simon Ekpa we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout, Mama Biafra, yeah, I call no doubt. Enemies close but we stand tall. Together we rise, we no go fall.
Chineke na enweghị ihe ọ ga-eme maka ọ ga-eme gị nwụọ n'ike. Hope a sịkwana na ọ dịghị ihe Chineke ga-eme. Ọ ga-emekwa ịfụnanya. Isi ndị igwe na enwere ihe ọ ga-eme maka Biafra, ọ ga-eme ya ịfụ ya n'anya. Ịghọtago? Ezi ka ọ dị. Ịghọtago? Ọnwa pie. Ogbugbo ọtụtụ ọtụtụ anwụgbo.
Welcome, 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 welcome. On today's program, we are about to expose
We dey wait for
the Republic, the Janjaweed and their lies. In this program today, we are going to expose them. Please, as you join us, like and share to other platforms, share to family and friends. Let us hit it hard to this Janjaweed. Let us expose them and throw them to dustbin where they belong. while we wait for our fundraising. Remember, our fundraising is coming by 7 p.m. In less than 2 hours. We are going to start our fundraising. And immediately the fundraising time is there, we will switch over to the fundraising. So as you join us, like and share. We are going to be waiting here until the time of fundraising. We will now move and shift into the fundraising. Please share to all platforms, share to family and friends. Let us hear what the Biafrans are saying today, exposing the lies of the Janjaweed media. I welcome every one of you once again, and it is weekend. As you all know, every Saturday is always special. Every Saturday is always special for us in the course of this very journey. Every Saturday, the Biafrans come together to raise funds to sponsor the restoration of Biafra, the defense of Biafra land, and the full actualization of Biafra. Biafra has already been redeclared on the 29th of November 2024. The redeclaration of Biafra does not mean that all is done. We still have a lot of work to do. It is a process. Just like our Prime Minister told us that after the declaration, you don't expect that the enemies will disappear immediately. They will still be there. Their presence will still be there. They will never go without a fight. That is certain. After the declaration, just as our Prime Minister said, they will never go without a fight. We still have to have their presence. All we have to do is to continue the process of delegitimization of Nigerian government and legitimization of Biafran government home and abroad. And that process has started. That is where we begin. In order to be able to cement that process of delegitimization and legitimization of Biafra, your contribution is needed, your effort is needed, your support is needed. And Biafrans agreed to be coming together every Saturday to conduct a humanitarian fundraising to fund our men on the ground, to fund the government of Biafra, and to make sure that things are moving. Remember, there is no organization in the world sponsoring the restoration of Biafra. There is no government in the world sponsoring the restoration of Biafra. The restoration of Biafra is solely and wholly in the hand of the Biafran people, you and I. My fellow Biafrans, so today is that day, 7 p.m. Biafran time. 7 p.m. Biafran time. Every one of us, we assemble. The link is already out in all our platforms. In all the platforms of the United States of Biafra, the links are there. 7 p.m. I will be there. You have to be there. Let us raise funds to pursue the restoration of Biafra. It is not enough to say, oh, what is the government doing? You see people come out to ask you, what is the government of the United States of Biafra doing? What is the United States of Biafra government doing? The United States of Biafra is doing a lot, and we do much more with your support. And remember, it is your government. When you are asking that question, what is the government of the United States of Biafra? You are equally asking yourself, what am I doing to see the restoration of Biafra is signed and sealed completely? Whenever you ask that question, what is the government of the United States of Biafra? If you are in support of the United States of Biafra, that question will go back to you. Before you open your mouth and ask that question, you ask yourself, what am I doing to see that Biafra is fully restored and recognized? Ask yourself that question. And when you ask yourself that question, you must have to answer it genuinely from the bottom of your heart. If you discover that you are doing nothing yet, please pick up an assignment and begin to do something. There are a lot of things to be done. If Chukwu Okikabema bless you financially, support the United States of Biafra financially, no matter how little it is, it will go a long way. If you are in evangelism, continue to evangelize, preach, and educate Biafrans, those of them who are still sleeping. I don't mean those who are pretending to be sleeping. Those who are truly sleeping. Preach and talk to them to wake up. If you are spiritually favored, apply that your spiritual power to the full recognition and restoration of Biafra. In any manner that you are spiritually strong, whether you are whatever your religion might be, apply it. If you are prayerfully strong, your prayer is one touch. You pray and it's answered. This is the time to pray. Add fasting to it. Every one of us must get busy. So before you open your mouth and ask, what is the government of Biafra doing? You ask yourself, what have I done so far? At this point in time, what have I done to see that the recognition of Biafra and the restoration of Biafra is fully cemented? Ask yourself. It is not enough to jump out and ask, what is the government doing? What is the autonomous authority doing? What is the cabinet doing? We are the government of Biafra. As I said before, there is nobody anywhere sponsoring the restoration of Biafra. It is you that is in the comment section. It is you, the Biafran people that are watching, whether you are commenting or not. Those of you watching, you are the ones that the government belongs to, and you are the government. You must begin to take action and take responsibility. Today, I have chosen a topic to discuss today, being that today is a very peculiar day for us. Special day, Saturday, the day of fundraising. I choose a topic which says, the defense of Biafra land is our collective responsibility. Put your money where your mouth is. United States of Biafra. The defense of Biafra land is our collective responsibility. Put your money where your mouth is. The United States of Biafra. That is the topic we are discussing. Our land must be defended. Mazin Nande can say it again and again and sing it like song that our land must be defended. How are we going to defend our land? The defense of our land lies on every one of us. It lies on every one of us. And every one of us have different calls, different abilities and capabilities. We are not equally blessed. Neither is our strength the same. Our strength is not the same. So if you know the area where you are strong, what are you waiting for? Why are you not doing what you are supposed to do? If you know that area where you are strong, take it up on that area and begin to do something now, not tomorrow. Start immediately. Begin to take responsibility, begin to take action. That area where you are blessed, that area where you know that Chukwu Okeke has placed in your hand, hold on to it and hold it tight and begin to do something. And I bet you, as you do that, your life will never remain the same. For every commitment you make in this process of the restoration of Biafra, there is a profit. The defense of our land lies on all of us. You are hearing different kinds of news. We know that our land is being occupied by the terrorists. The terrorist government of Nigeria are occupying our land, and they are using both the terrorists in uniform and off uniform to take over our land, to frighten us, to create fear in our land. Every day when you go to media, you will see news of invasion of the terrorists in our land. You'll be seeing videos where people were shot. You see videos where people whom were destroyed and burnt down. You will see videos where people are protesting and asking for them to protest. But what does the government do? Nothing. Instead, what you will see, just like the one we saw recently, for a very long time, what we see is that the government opens the room and make the ground suitable for the terrorists to come and invade. They clear the way for the terrorists to invade. They do this in all parts of Nigeria. They do this in all parts of Nigeria. In as much as we, the Biafrans, are the ones speaking about this, what we are saying today is happening in all parts of Nigeria. The rest of the people have lost their voices. Some are so scared that they have given up their life. They are so scared to talk about it. But we, the Biafran people, knowing whom we are, and why Chukwu Kakarima places us where he places us, we can't keep quiet. We have had series of stories, the way the government of Nigeria make way for the terrorists to take over. We have seen confessions on video. You know, sometimes when we speak, they say we are speaking on social media. For that, they don't. But I bet you, the only place you can get the actual figure or knowledge of what is happening in Nigeria is on social media. The only place you can get the actual story and the situation in the contraption called Nigeria is on social media. If you are putting your hope on their conventional media or international media to give you information of Nigeria, you are going to be dead before you know it. This same country that has been taken over by terrorists, being governed by the terrorists. Today, what we see is that when the citizens protest against the terrorists, the government will send the police after them. When the citizens protest against the terrorists, the government will send the police after them. There is one that happened recently in Delta State. Because the citizens were protesting, they send police after them, and many people were shot. And after all said and done, we saw another video, which I'm not going to show here. Because of the restrictions we have on YouTube, I will not show those videos. But there's a video that came out where a police station took action. They took action and took out some kidnappers, Fulani kidnappers. Armed. They took them down, about 4 of them. They took them out. The video is, I have the video here, but I can't show it because of the restrictions we have on social media. But you know what happened? After the police operation to take out these Fulanis, the Fulanis reinforced. They came back and attacked the police station. Those who claim to be in the city, they say, why did they have to take the life of their own people? And they went further to attack the village. In Delta State, they attacked the place. There's a serious fight over there between them and the owners of the land because terrorists were killed. They attacked the police station, and the police station, they ran away. They became helpless because they went after terrorists. In a country where they claim to have a force. Because terrorists
sorry to interrupt. Did you say the terrorists attacked the police or?
Not the terrorists. Other Hausa men, Hausa people living in that area. The Hausa
attack
people living in that area attack the police station.
Okay.
I learned they killed about how many people in the street already. Some citizens were attacked from that area.
Yeah.
They killed them. Then they went ahead to go to that police station where those people that took away the life of those terrorists.
Mm-hmm.
They went and attacked the police station.
Yeah.
I have the video here, but I can't play it because of the kind of pictures that are there.
Yeah.
This is the things we are seeing, and when we are talking about getting out of Nigeria, not being part of it, it's not just because of resources or marginalization. No, it is a matter of life and death. It is a matter of life and death. What they want is to take us out and take our land. That is what they want. They want to wipe away the people and take their land. What I'm telling you just happened recently. I have the video here in Delta State.
Yeah.
First of all, we saw the video that came out. I think I shared that video when they were protesting. I showed it here on their protest. The police came after them and shot. And the next day, I think that this guy they called Harrison went to the governor or whatever to protest. I guess maybe it was because of that protest of Harrison that went to the governor's house and all that, that a police station took action and take down about 5 men. Their body was lying in the station with arms that they got from them, only for their brothers to reinforce.
You see?
Kill some people in the village, in the street there. Why did they kill their brothers?
Yeah.
The next thing, up to the end of going to the police station.
Yeah.
Can you imagine this happening in the southeast? We have seen so many occasions where the police take the life of innocent citizens. We're not talking about criminals. Innocent citizens of Biafra. We saw a family of 4 where children were gunned down. There was even a protest. There's no protest.
But
people didn't even protest.
Mazichu, do you know that it has gotten to a point now where this thing you are talking, we can only see it on individual YouTube channels. The mainstream media, they just fall in line with the government. They don't talk about it.
They don't talk about it.
So
what I'm telling you now is on video. It's on video. What I can't share it here because of the restrictions.
Yeah. So Nigeria is in a position now more dangerous than ever before because the apparatus of the government and including the mainstream media, they've all, it's like they just fall in line to allow the agenda of the caliphate to take over. It's crazy. There's a video I wanted to send to you. Anyway, maybe when you finish, when I come in, I will explain something to you. So just carry on.
So, as I was saying, it is high time we wake up. The defense of our land is a must, and it is our responsibility. The defense of our land is a must, and it is our responsibility. Nobody is going to defend you. Nigeria have made it so far that even when they take the innocent life in our land, people back home cannot even protest. You can imagine, terrorists were taken out in Delta State, Biafra land, and the Hausas, the Fulanis in that state, begin to fight against the indigenous people and took lives, up to going to the police station to attack. But in our own side, even when the innocent ones lost their life, there is no protest. You dare not speak. Every blessed day we see videos of killing of our people by the Nigerian terrorist police. There is one that our deputy prime minister just shared on her platform today. An innocent man gone down. People are scared. They can't protest because when you protest, you create more problem, more life we go. You see where the only alternative becomes the restoration of Biafra. And that is why we are speaking on a daily basis that everybody must put their hand on deck to support our liberation army on the ground to defend our land. The only option that is left for us is self-defense. If we do not defend ourselves now, if we don't defend ourselves now, I don't know when we will. I don't know when. The contraption called, what? Which one are you going to count? Even in Zamfara, thank you, just as my brother is writing here, in Zamfara state, when vigilante group were closing in to get at the bandits and take them out, what happened? They used their jets to bomb them. The Nigerian security forces attacked the vigilante to create room for the terrorists to run away. This is not the first time. It's not the second time. They will tell you it's a mistake. It's not the first, it's not the second. Wherever you are as you are a Biafran, At this point in time, our life is in our hand. We have to support the United States of Biafra to defend our land. The defense of Biafra land is a collective responsibility. Before you open your mouth and ask, what is the government doing? Ask yourself, what have you done so far to secure your land? Either through your speech, through your word, in your platform, through your word of discouragement or encouragement. What have you done so far to make your voice of your people be heard? Until you find out that you have done something, you have no legitimate right to begin to ask, what has the government do? You are part of the government. You as an individual, what have you done so far? Every Saturday fundraising. Last Saturday, we are having the Heroes Day off, and there was no fundraising. Today is fundraising. We are going to see how many people are going to be there to respond in the defense of their land. It is you and I that can do it. Nobody's going to do it for us. You and myself, we are going to do it, and we must do it. Yeah, welcome, my beloved brother Christian. Go ahead and speak to us, Christian.
Okay, Master Truth. So, yeah, like I was saying before, there's this video I saw from a brother who is not even, I think he's from Southeast African. Not maybe I don't know for sure, but obviously it's southern part of Africa, maybe Uganda or I don't know, or South Africa. So, but for some time now, I've been seeing his videos. You know, he's not obviously it's not Nigeria. He's not from there, but for some time now, he's been talking about the things going on in Nigeria. So, and that simply means also that either that the message is spreading, or somehow he manages to see what is going on in Nigeria, maybe due to the Ibrahim Traore, should I say, phenomenon. So, some African YouTubers, they are, putting their touchlight on all the other African countries to see which country is doing well, which is not doing well, and stuff like that. So, but like I said, for some time now, I've seen him talk specifically about Nigeria, and this one caught my eyes this morning when he was making reference to international ranking of how do you call it? Maternity, death mortality, something like that.
Mortality rate.
Yeah, something like that. From death from maternity. I just forgotten the phrasing, but anyway. So obviously, all over the world, Nigeria is ranked number one. They're the highest, where women died giving birth. Not just Africa, but entire world. So he said a lot. I have the video. I can, maybe after my speech, I can send it to you. But the thing is that he started with the caption of the terrorist strikes, the strikes in Uganda. This was maybe yesterday. A couple of people were killed. So Uganda, the military, the government, they came in heavy-handedly and tried to deal with it. And it's been going on for some time. So, but because when you hear or watch things like this, then you make comparison. You reference this Nigeria, you compare the whole, you try to look at the whole pictures and compare and contrast the difference, the similarities, stuff like that. So for Uganda is doing well. It's a peaceful country, but here and there, every now and then they have this issue. Why? Because from what he explained on his video, they have this section of Islamic fanatics who wants to spread their, as usual, because this is their main goal. The one big agenda is that they believe that Islam will take over not just Africa, but entire world slowly and surely. Now, okay, whether that will work or not is a different thing, but they keep pushing because they're very unrelenting. So, but the government of Uganda, they make it very clear, just like Ghanaian government, that there's no gonna. Well, in fact, the big difference with Uganda is that they recognized the problem and the measure to take in tackling it. So they don't even want to give them the opportunity to gain political powers, because if they formed a party system, sort of, right? Now, the aim is to be able to gain political power.
Yes.
Because when they gain political powers, they begin to spread from there. And by the time they are in position of power, then they will begin to carry out all this underground or low-grade terrorism here and there, and they will begin to get protection from the government that is tacitly supporting them. That is what is happening in Nigeria. So I corresponded with the guy. I said, look, that for Uganda, if they're going to survive it, this is just the solution to it. Don't lead them into the corridor of authority. If you do that, you're in it's just a matter of time before you all be gone, because they will continue to chip in slowly but surely. They'll be chipping in until they take over. And the same thing they're doing in the UK. That is the unfortunate aspect of it, that they are gaining political powers. And with political power comes protection for the people. You will think that, the one who is a mayor or the one who is a minister or a governor, that is not a terrorist, but is looking away from the act of terrorism being carried out. Exactly. And the one who is in charge of the military will not even go out there to deal with the terrorists. Rather, among them, they will be giving information to the boys on the field, the terrorists. Hey, don't go here, don't go there, or they are coming on this way. This is how you. So this is it's a serious situation. So for this Uganda, and obviously this happened, and I reflect back to what goes on in Nigeria. Nobody talks about anything that happened. For Tinubu, he doesn't give a damn one bit about whatever happened. His own is not to overplay his hand with the North and not to overplay with the South, because he wants to win 2027.
Did you see the video I played here? Was it yesterday or day before yesterday?
I think I wasn't.
DSS opened a center for Islamic studies in the name of Tinubu for the military.
Yeah, I've seen that some weeks, maybe a week or two ago. I've seen that.
Okay.
So obviously, and why they are a kind of this illusion with Tinubu now, this caliphate in the north that runs Nigeria on behalf of the British, why they are a little bit disoriented with Tinubu is because Tinubu is not moving at the pace, or is not doing what they thought that he would do. Because when they made that Muslim, putting terrorist Shetima, one of the founders, behind him as the second, they just thought that it was going to accelerate. That was the game plan. That the agenda, the Islamization and Flanization agenda, was going to be able to get accelerated under this regime. But Tinubu is not quite moving at that pace. Rather, he just keep quiet. Well, person when die, person when no, whatever, wood and bomb, concern him. He just keep buying time, meanwhile lining his pocket, him and his cronies, they just borrowing and, So, but the thing is, when I bring it again back home, then I saw this report from, is it Amnesty or whatever, one of these organizations that who Uzodinma has spent about 2.something billion in the sponsorship of Hajj, how is it called? This Muslim pilgrimage, exactly. That thing which they do. Purpose of them has spent 2.something billion. And you begin to wonder, in Imo State where there are unemployed youth, teeming youth, leaving schools with no job, and you are spending that money. So why not investing that money in if you will, a low-scale industries activity that will gainfully employ the youth? Why are you sponsoring people? So, and you begin to ask yourself, how long will this continue? And at the same time, him and the caliphate, they are looking around, they are trying to prop up someone who will take over, another subservient, another person who will be a subject to the caliphate. That is the effort of Shetima and the caliphate. They are working on that. And Hope Uzodinma, since he came in, he continued to carry out the agenda of the caliphate. And it's just incredible that, again, the question is, for how long these governors, who are the agents of the caliphate, they were planted there to help them push this agenda, this Islamization agenda in Ali Igbo. For how long will this continue? And lots of people, they pretend as if they don't know what's going on. The politicians who they are, I don't know, maybe they are in agreement with that agenda. Then there are some YouTubers too who are renowned YouTubers. They don't talk about these things. So are they pretending or they don't understand it? Because it's in the open. Everybody can see it's like black and white. So why are you, or is it that it's okay with you what they are doing? How many Christians have the northern governors sponsored to Jerusalem and stuff like that? No, but that is not, for me, that is not the issue. The issue is that why don't you try and do the right thing by your people?
That is the madness you see in Nigerian system. Those idiots that call themselves Southerners. You can never see any northern state. If in northern state, for them to sponsor anybody to Jerusalem is haram.
Never, they will not do that.
It's forbidden. They won't try it. No government in the north will do that.
So why is Uzodinma doing it? He's been in it. He's been on this thing for so long, and like I said, people just, I don't know. They think it's okay, or they are pretending that it's not happening, or that they also buy into it. Like I make reference, because we are talking about it, at least we are coming against it, but there are people who have also platforms, and they are neither here nor there. They're not even saying saying something against these abnormalities. Why are you doing that? Hope Uzodinma, why are you spending billions to sponsor Muslims to go to Hajj when there are youths all over the place who don't have a job, they leave school, there's nothing? You cannot build anything that will it's just crazy. So obviously we have to be careful, even as we do our best, but we always have to be careful, because at some point people will begin to ask questions. What is the meaning of it? Why and how long will these governors, continue to, with so much impunity, with so much audacity, they are carrying out this Fulani agenda to the extent that Shetima came out to say that they are doing well in Imo State, that they believe that they are also, that their influence and the agenda will spread. He said it. I saw it on a video that so far in Imo, they are doing well, because, Uzodinma is their guy doing their job for them there, so that he is believing that with time they will, the entire Southeastern, because that is primarily their agenda, to conquer it. People keep, again, pretending and acting as if they don't know. And so that is the thing I foresee as a big question that begin to get asked at some point. Because if these governors are doing this with so much freedom, with this I don't care attitude, sort of, nobody is asking them. We know that the authority will never ask them, because they are doing the bidding of the authority. They own Nigeria. I've said it several, and when I say it, I don't miss word. I know what I'm talking about. Forget the fact that Turubu, a Yoruba man, is there. They put him there. They put him there, and they told him, this you have to do, that you have to do, this you cannot do, then go and sit down in Aso Rock. That's what's going on now. So he's trying to see how he can navigate to get a second term. But obviously, not even restructuring. People just continue to deceive that. Tinubu cannot try it. The restructure. No, you can't. He won't. Because it's not part of the what they gave him. It's not like part of the manifesto or agenda that they gave to him. He can't go there. There's no way he can restructure. But we are not talking about restructuring. For us, that is not our area. That is not where we are. So, but just the list as it is now, which is restructure, he can't even do that. So, my brother, it's a serious situation, because I don't know. But again, we never give up. That is one. But I hope that this don't continue because yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible, my brother. So I think I'm with you this morning, and let's see how it goes. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It is so pathetic when you look at how things are going on in that section of the country, more especially in Biafra land, in all entire Biafra land, the old southeastern region. They have been able to capture all the political elite are captured. No
100%. 100%. Yeah.
When you see them coming out for election, they are coming to serve. And they are coming to serve the caliphate, not their people.
Yeah.
Anytime you see them coming out to contest either for presidency, for governorship, for councillorship, whatever they come to contest for, it is to serve the caliphate. And the only way we can be able to save ourselves is to move away from Nigeria completely, just as we have done. The more you continue to attach yourself to that name called Nigeria, you are only creating a breeding ground for them. You see Hope Uzodinma already grooming somebody who will take over from him. And that is how they roll. When the criminal in Anambra State is going out now, he'll be grooming somebody who will follow him.
Yeah.
And that is how they roll. It has become worse now than ever. It has become worse. The political grip of the Janjaweed in Biafra is worse now than before. At least before, some of them can still believe that they can do things on their own. But now, every one of them have now believed that once you are loyal to the caliphate, they will give you the post. They don't care about who votes or the case of Hope Uzodinma have given room for every one of them to know that vote doesn't count. That was the message they sent with the case of Hope Uzodinma. That was why I don't know why Imo State were sleeping. Somebody who did not contest the election was taken and given governorship. No protest. Nothing. They went back to sleep. Today you see the outcome. They have now used that very thing to lay a foundation in their politics. Send a strong message to them that it does not matter who votes for you from your state. The ultimate power comes from INEC. When they say you are the one to be there, if you don't agree, go to court. You go to court, they still have their person there. You go to court, they will tell you about technicality. At the end of the day, they will tell you whether you contest or you didn't contest, he is the winner.
Yeah.
And they will use one grammar and speak. And that is the end of it. That is the end. We have seen it happen. The former Senate president, who did not even contest, did not participate in election at all. After he has not succeeded in presidency, he went back.
Mm-hmm.
He went back and appeared.
Is it Ahmed Lawal?
Ahmed Lawal,
mm-hmm.
who never contested at all. His name wasn't even there. Surprisingly, he reappeared again in the Senate. And there was nobody raising eyebrow. They just accepted it like that. A very lawless country. A very, very lawless country. Only if somebody who is insane will continue to attach himself to that name called the Zoological Republic, Nigeria. And some of them will be having a hopeless hope. You say you're having hope. That's something you're going to change. Change from where? It will only change from worst to worst. From bad to worst. It will only get worse. And in case you don't know, just take a step back. Check the history from that time they gave them that their fake independence date. It has always been retrogression. Just go and check. It has always been retrogression. Even the worst person, they tell you that this one is the worst. The way they call Abacha, they say Abacha is the worst president. Abacha is 100 times better than people that came after him.
Well, it's better in Abacha time than now.
Every one of them that came after him, he's better than them.
Exactly. So that shows you that it's a continuous retrogression. And if you think it's going to change, you are insane.
Continuous retrogression. It can. Anybody that think that somehow you want to perform a miracle to make, you are insane. Just like my brother said, you are completely insane. In case you don't understand, it doesn't need any mathematics. You don't need any specialist to come and tell you whether it will work or not. Just take a step backward. Look where you are coming from. From independent, that fake independent they gave you, up to this moment, it has always been retrogression. Okay, look at this point in time. At this point in time, when the whole African countries are waking up and taking over charge of their nation, taking their nation back. Every country, more especially in West Africa, they are taking their country back. You see what Rwanda is doing. Ghana is going out. Burkina has gone. Mali, Niger, taking their part boldly taking their country back and speaking out boldly. What do you hear from Nigeria? What do you hear from Nigeria? What you hear from Nigeria is Tinubu going to have an alliance with the worst colonial masters of all time.
Yeah.
The worst of the worst. That is where he's going to build his tent. And somebody will come and say, oh, it's going to be better. Keep deceiving yourself. Continue to deceive yourself. We, the Biafran people, will not deceive ourselves. We will do what we have to do to set ourselves free. Anybody who wants to be free knows what to do. If you have chosen slavery, it is up to you. Some of you feel that maybe because you're living abroad, it doesn't concern you. There was one that happened the last week. A guy that came back from abroad with his wife. He went to see a land that he bought.
Mm-hmm.
It was in that land that the Fulani terrorist kidnappers shot him dead. They shot him and kidnapped his wife.
Yeah.
Such kind of people, when you were talking, they say, don't mind those people who are talking online, talking about Biafra, 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 Biafra. If you speak to him, if he meets my video, he will look at me as an idiot. Those people that come online, they don't have job. That is how they see us. But now he entered Nigeria, bought land. He went to go and see his land that he claimed he bought with his wife. They shot him point blank.
Okay.
And they kidnapped his wife. Up till now, his wife has not been released. They still have to pay ransom before the wife will be released. Everything I'm saying here is on video, but I cannot share it here. And you cannot hear these things on their conventional media. You can never hear it. The only thing you can hear in their conventional media is their propaganda and lies. The worst media on the planet Earth is Nigerian media. The worst of the worst.
Yeah, 100%.
The worst media. There is one I just saw that I'm going to play now. This TVC, the latest propaganda of TVC. Mm-hmm. You can imagine a media house. People that claim to be journalists will gather themselves and sit down and be gossiping. You are gossiping based on a tweet that somebody made on X. You claim you have journalists. You have this, you have that. You can't even verify the information. You can't even show one single evidence. All you come every time, you push for it. They come and say that Mazi Simon Ekpa denied being the leader of the United States of Biafra. That Mazi Simon Ekpa said that he is a content creator.
Yeah.
A media house will sit, and when you see them introduce it, you will be waiting to see the fact they have. You will just sit back and watch, because in journalism, it is based on fact. You give your facts and figures where you got your information from.
Otherwise, you could be sued. They could sue you.
Exactly.
If you carry out fake news unnecessarily, you could be you'll be called to, So, but in the Tinubu owns that TVC, so yeah.
Everything goes for them.
Yeah.
These same TVC were the first people that raised the allegation against Mazen Naneka that Mazen Naneka denied being the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra when he was kidnapped. They were the very first people to say it.
Yeah.
Today, I just saw that video. If you see their title, they say trending now that Mazen Simon Ekpa say that he is a content creator. Even in a case that is still happening, we have seen the case in the court. We have seen his introduction. His own lawyer has spoken. Information about Simon is everywhere. It's undeniable. He's in court. He has introduced himself. But yet they came and said that he denied. That he said he's a content creator. That he has nothing to do with the Biafra agitation.
And you saw that people carrying the same fake news.
It is so bad. That is an evil media. Let me play that video so that just watch and see what people, useless people that call themselves media. The worst people you can think of in that contract are the media.
I shall Yusuf for them and the rest of them.
The worst. Just listen.
Nigerians, both amused and outraged, separatist agitator Simon Ekpa told a Finnish court that he is not a leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. He's just...
Look at that.
You see?
Look at that.
Look at it. Now, let us wait. You see, when they introduce it, now wait and see where they got their facts from. You see, when you make such kind of a comment in an issue that is in court, a man that is alive,
without verification, without verification, they don't verify nothing.
Finnish media, they have all their media network. You can verify what
exactly
said and what did not say, how he was introduced.
Yeah.
You can verify it and show to the world why you post. But now listen and watch. Just watch.
Just a content creator. Ekpa, who has been at the center of countless online videos calling for sit-at-home protests and threatening violence across Nigeria's southeast, is now claiming all that he was doing was content and it was simply for leisure. According to media reports, his legal team in Finland is arguing that the videos he published were not real-world directives, but online content purely meant for entertainment. Now, this is coming as Finnish prosecutors push for a 6-year jail term, accusing Simon Ekpa.
You just imagine.
You see how it makes them feel good, eh? It makes them feel good. Yeah. The zoo.
And this is coming after his lawyer, the prosecutor asked for 6 years jail sentence for him. You see the way they put the news, you would think there's a complete lie that Master Simon Ekpa said that he is just a content creator. And now, a media house will project this as you see. Let me start it afresh. You see how they put the headline. You see trending.
Marjus, if they were going to be interested in bringing information from the courtroom or from Finland, the question should be, why do they not have somebody go to Finland at the court and verify? No, they don't care. What they just want that headline to run with it and feel good about themselves. They are
so concerned about the case of Master Simon Ekpa that they want to give people information.
Yeah.
Why don't you have your correspondent on the ground? This is, as you're saying it now, you can go and interview his lawyer.
Exactly.
Your correspondent can interview a lawyer. What happened? What did he say about himself? Who is he?
Zoo.
Since you don't know. But they sit back and concoct and they push these things out. And some idiot will sit down in the studio and be discussing it. That this is what Master Simon said. A lie.
And you see, Shenwa Kimbala or whatever from Channel, all those evil people, they will take it from here and run with it all over the place.
When you hear this, at least you'll be expecting to see where they got their evidence from. Let us.
Agitator Simon Ekpa told a Finnish court that he is not a leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. He's just a content creator. Ekpa, who has been at the center of countless online videos calling for sit-at-home protests and threatening violence across Nigeria's southeast, is now claiming all that he was doing was content and it was simply for leisure. According to media reports, his legal team in Finland is arguing that the videos he published were not real-world directives, but online content purely meant for entertainment. Now, this is coming as Finnish prosecutors push for a 6-year jail term, accusing Simon Ekpa of public incitement to commit crimes with terrorist intent and participating in a terrorist group. Now, IPOB has since distanced themselves from him, and its leadership says that Ekpa no longer has ties to their organization and that his actions have caused more harm than good. As this trial unfolds, the court's final decision will, of course, set a precedent on how...
You see, I am waiting to see where they got that content creator issue. Because when you close on your studio to pass this kind of information, people will open their ears to see. You said in the court of March 7 that he denied being a Biafran leader, that he is a content creator, that all the videos he was making was just for entertainment. You can imagine. And now we are waiting to hear, where did they get this thing from?
International jurisdictions handle politically charged content in the digital age. What is interesting to me is to see that there are real life consequences for digital character, if you ask me. I think this is, I don't know if this is cunning or if this is a convenient defense on his part, but his actions and his incitement did have real world consequences and were very inflammatory. Let's take a look at social media.
You see where they got this propaganda from? Social media. After all this is now, look at where she's going to bring, look at what you'll be expecting now is for them to bring information from the court or from the lawyer, or you bring from a media in Finland and say, the media in Finland says so and so. But look at what this man, this idiot is saying. Just watch.
As Afam says, just finished listening to Simon Ekpa's court proceedings, and I'm honestly in disbelief. During cross-examination, he completely distanced himself from IPOB, claiming he's merely a content creator.
He's reading a tweet on Twitter.
From a Northerner.
From a tweet that is an idiot from nowhere made. Who doesn't
I think he said Hassan, something Hassan, whatever. So you see, how low can they? Well, the word, you see, zoo is not enough qualification for Nigeria. I think you can call it jungle because zoo safe have some form of
a media house.
It's incredible. Incredible.
The conventional media house that people will go and sit down and pay their money to listen to.
Yeah.
You can imagine what they're doing.
And they will all take it from there.
Everything he's done.
Rufai Hosseini,
every one of them.
All of them. Aisha Yusuf, from there, he said that he saw Simon Ekpa looking remorseful and sober, that he was bragging this and that. So, because they are zoo.
This is how evil. How evil. Just listen. That Simon Ekpa claimed to be a content creator. Now, look at where they get their fire from Twitter that an idiot from nowhere tweeted.
Yeah.
Simply acting, nothing more. That doesn't sound like a very courageous leader to me. We'll take one more tweet.
These are her evidence.
Nedre says, this is not only insulting, it's cowardice at the highest level. People have died, schools shut down, businesses collapsed, and entire communities lived in fear, all based on the commands of a man now pretending it was all for entertainment. Team, this is very, very interesting.
And for Simon Ekpa.
Now listen, listen to their bunch, these idiots now. None of them will even open mouth and ask, from where? What is the source of this information?
What is the source? Exactly. No, they don't.
That Simon Ekpa, the person we are talking about, is a Finnish citizen, a lawyer. Yeah. A lawyer. He knows the implication of what he's doing.
Yeah.
Simon Ekpa is not just somebody who went illegally to Finland.
Yeah.
A man who has served in the military, who has served as a counselor, a man who has masters in international law.
You see how they live in Nigeria? When you call them zoo, they're going to cry. Say they call them zoo. But you are everything. Oh my God. Yeah, everything they do portrays zoo. In fact, worse than zoo. Look them.
Just listen now. Look at this bunch of clowns that are here. That is why when you leave Nigeria and go outside, you have to start afresh before you get employment. Even if you're a lawyer, they will have to re-educate you again before you get an employment.
Yeah.
That is why their certificate is useless. Nigerian certificate, no matter what, even their professors are a bunch of idiots. That is why a professor will go and rig election for somebody who didn't have a secondary school exam.
Oh God.
A professor will rig a election and put somebody who didn't pass common entrance and make him a president. Look at a bunch of fools. Just listen to what they're going to say. None of them will ask, what is the source of this information? This man they are talking about, look at his credentials. How could he not know the implication of what he's doing. And how will he make such a statement after? This is just madness. Just listen to them. Their own section is the worst of the worst. That is when you see somebody who is carrying a certificate for Nigeria, you spit on them.
In some of his videos, very inciting videos, and you call that content creation? Maybe he should go to school again to find out what the meaning of content creation is all about. Because to me, those things he did is not content creation, it's inciting a society.
You see, every one of them, none of them is asking question. Did he really say this? What is this? How did you get information that he said? How did you come about this?
Yeah.
But every one of them
a number of businesses were destroyed as a result of his statement. A number of people lost their lives as a result of his statement. People could not go out of their houses, so businesses were lost. Billions of naira lost as a result of his kind of entertainment. What are we saying? What is entertainment? In fact, those that are defending him, where is your conscience? That's my concern. People have lost their life as a result of your kind of entertainment and your kind of content creation. And you stay in your house, dancing in your videos, inciting people, and you have the guts to say it is entertainment? How? I recall that this man in prison had actually said that he has no connection with Simon Ekpa several times in court because he's being prosecuted as we speak. So I do not want to talk about him that much. But it is sad to see
see the way that this clown. You see the way she was talking about Mazin Nandekano. You see the way she mentioned Mazin Nandekano when she was talking about the show of Mazin Nandekano. I want you to pay attention to that side. The way
people have died, school shut down.
That is
very inciting videos, and you call that content creation? Maybe the meaning of content creation he did is not
right as a result of his statement. A number of people lost their lives as a result of his statement. People could not go out of their houses, so businesses were lost. Billions of naira lost as a result of his kind of entertainment. What are we saying? What is entertainment? In fact, those that are defending him, where is your conscience? That's my concern. People have lost their life as a result of your kind of entertainment and your kind of content creation. And you stay in your house, dancing in your videos, inciting people, and you have the guts to say it is entertainment? How? I recall that...
Listen now, listen to what she wants to say about Mazin Nandekano. Listen the way she's going to address Mazin Nandekano.
This man in prison had actually said that
she said this man in prison. She doesn't even know the name of Mazin Nandekano. She's talking about this man in prison.
Mazi, do you know that these are some of the reasons, not all, but some of the reasons why they will not be happy to have cameras in their courtroom, so that they will continue to lie and create narrative. When after the end of the court hearing with Nnamdi, they will come out to tell you that Nnamdi will say that he regrets doing this, that he's not leader of our, this is what they, oh my goodness.
That's what they were writing before. Mazin Nandekano regrets. Mazin Nandekano say he's not a member of IPOB. Mazin Nandekano say he has nothing to do with IPOB.
All of them, including the Abaribe. The Abaribe went in, came out to tell us that Nandekano said that he has agreed on every term from the government. Can you imagine that? It was later when Nandekano came out to say that Biafra is my right. The whole world saw that pronouncement. That it's my right to fight for Biafra. But Abaribe came out to tell us that he has spoken with Nandekano, which is lie. That he's ready to. Oh, no, my brother.
The worst media in the world. Look at TV. Nigerian media is the worst of the worst that anybody can be able to adapt to. And
connection.
You know what is even worst of all this? The worst is that they will not come out. When the truth is out, they won't come out to rectify, to say, oh, we are sorry for doing this, for saying this. You know what I mean? Because it's a blackmail. This is a blackmail. What a person did not say, a high-profile cases, you put words in their mouth, you fabricate stories, And you will not come out to, like in the kind of case is the example. None of them has ever come out to say, oh, we are sorry to have said it, to either misquote him or whatever. Okay, Sam, look at this one now from Simon Ekpa. He's giving them their adrenaline is, in the zoo, all everybody, YouTubers, all of them, they are celebrating that they are happy that Simon Ekpa denounce or make a U-turn and disclaim, but eventually they will not come out to say, oh, we are sorry that we made a mistake or that we not verify. That is normally, normally that is what you expect of media house journalism. When they make mistake, at least they come out and correct it, right? But the zoo, no, because that is the narrative they want to push.
The same way, do you remember the narrative they are still pushing up to today? That Mazen Nandi cannot jump bail. Even when the court in Nigeria has said he did not jump bail. Up to this minute as we speak, when this people talk Mazen Nandi, they will still tell you that he jumped bail. Yeah.
So careful now, the Chineke Bulon,
Even when the court have said he did not jump bail.
Yeah, they keep running with it. Yeah.
With Simon Ekpa, he mentioned it several times in court.
That Mazen Nandi Kanu mentioned several times in court that he doesn't have any ties with Mazen Nandi Kanu. Where did that one happen?
Oh God!
She said that Mazen Nandi Kanu mentioned many times in court that he doesn't have any tie with Mazen Simon Ekpa. Where has Mazen Nandi Kanu ever mentioned the name of Mazen Simon Ekpa since he came to court? Have you ever had Mazen Nandi Kanu mention Simon Ekpa anywhere in the court? Yeah. Even when they mentioned the name of Mazen Simon Ekpa during his interview, Mazen Nandi Kanu never spoke about it.
And again, what is worst is that these guys, they are propagating these lies. Then their agents, pretending not to be the likes of the medias of this world, the Chidi of Canada, and Dr. Damages, they will not come out, at least if they were fair, even by a stretch, to come out and say, oh, look at what Nigerian media is reporting about Simon Ekpa. That is not true. They won't do it because they are all together. They are all together. But God could expose them too.
Because he's being prosecuted as we speak, so I do not want to talk about him that much. But it is sad to see that Simon Ekpa is speaking in this manner and his defense counsel are also speaking in the same light. We must see justice not just done, but seen to be done at the end of the day, because he has to give account for the lives and the properties that were destroyed.
I want to start with Mr. Ekpa, because I've seen his videos on social media, and Olamide, trust me, when I came, that was yesterday, I came across a post on social media that said he was creating content. I was totally...
You see,
he saw it on social media.
He came across the post on social media that he said he's a content creator. Just imagine.
Social media.
On social media.
Oh God.
You can imagine the kind of idiots you have that claim to be journalists. That he came across the post on social media. I'm waiting to see any one of them that will say that I saw it in Finnish media.
Yeah.
Or maybe a Finnish author wrote about it.
Yeah.
Or we interviewed his lawyer and look at what he said.
Yeah.
Look at where they get their point from. Social media. Yeah. A lie from the pit of hell. Even though there are credible information on social media about the case of Mazen Simon Ekpa and how he introduced himself.
Nigeria.
Look at the lies they are pushing.
Yeah.
Look at the lies this bunch of idiots are pushing.
I don't even want to use the word I want to use. First of all, we can call him a coward because he made all these things. He made all these things, and then now he sees that problem is coming and he's saying it's content. It was not content. It was never content. I don't know if he understands the impact of those videos he was making, the impact he had on many people. I don't think he gets it. And anybody that's...
You see these idiots, none of them have taken the time to ask, did he say this or not? Where do they get this information from? Yeah. What is the source of this lie? This lie they are pushing. Because this bunch of clowns have been paid. These idiots. These buffoons. Yeah. They have put their faces in the camera. Let the whole world be seeing them. Buffoons. Look at them. That is why when they step out of Nigeria, before they get, even with their certificate, even a cleaner, they will not give them cleaner. They won't give them cleaner. They will go and become houseboy, Some will go and become a gate man. You will see somebody who said he's a professor in Nigeria. When he go to UK or you go to US, he become a cleaner. It's either you become a cleaner or you go back to school and start afresh.
Yeah.
This is the reason. This is why they go back to school and start afresh. After you made a certificate in Nigeria, you go back to school and start afresh. Because of this kind of bunch of idiots that cannot ask reasonable question when they have to.
Supports him as well. I would join the person to the bandwagon and say that it's really inhuman because it's not content, and I pray that the law really takes the stage on him and what he did, because you cannot say that is content. We see content on social media, but there's a limit to content you create as well. So I really hope that he faces the law on this one.
For Mr. Ekpa, I think the guy was just trying to downplay.
Go ahead, my brother.
God Almighty will bring a destruction upon them all, because it was there. It was there in their presence that a chronic drug trafficker, Tunubu, who did not have certificate, a money launderer, they said they are journalists, they did not care.
They didn't talk about it.
They didn't care to carry out investigative journalism. They didn't talk. They sat there, all of them from Arise to Channel.
Hired fake priests, and they showed you to that fake priest.
And they sat there, all of them, from Arise to Channel to TVC, to all of them put together, a guy who has been known to be a serial drug trafficker, a drug baron, money launderer, and certificate forger. Even when the allegation came up, they did not bother to hold this man and say, who the hell are you? What is all this about? President, show us your certificate. We want to say, he told them that he attended a school in Lagos, and he told them the year, and people went and find out that year he said he started and finished, the school did not exist. And this guy, they could not call him out, and they called themselves journalists. Shame on these people. And like I said, destruction will come upon them because they've decided to continue in this evil. So they will have no result other than evil come upon them. It is sad.
Content creation. Maybe he needs to redefine what he defines as content creation, because at the end of the day, you cannot be putting such kind of violent, vile, viced languages out there on air, and then at the end of the day, you say that it was an entertainment. Man, that cannot be an entertainment that leads to loss of lives and property. So I think we need to look at this again. Again, the government, when they talk about regulating social media space, some of us, raise a hue. But look at what this has done. This was on social media for a number of periods. And then we've seen the after effect of that. Should we then go back to regulating that? Or should we reschool ourselves as to what should be the kinds of content we put out? What we do at an individual level has effect at a cross-border level. So we need to be sure what we do so that everybody feels safe at the end.
These people are a bunch of idiots. All these videos are very important because some of us, you think it is only you watching. You think it's only Biafrans watching what is happening. It's not only Biafrans. The whole world is watching the case of Master Simon Ekpa. And this very thing you see they are pushing forward is timely. It is timely. This program you are seeing, it is timely. You saw the title they started with. Trending now. Trending now. Only to bring Master Simon Ekpa that he claimed to be a content creator. In a very high profile case that is ongoing. And that is how they use their media to change narrative at all time.
Yeah.
I thank Chukwu Okeke for creating social media and giving us the opportunity to be here.
Yeah.
This bunch of clowns and idiots, they will not survive. This TVC, a fraudulent channel that has nothing to offer except lies.
Yeah.
Something will happen even at their backyard. They can't even go there to verify. They will sit in their office to wait for phone call from Asarok on what to say.
At least 50, maybe 60% of the destruction that has come upon the zoo called Nigeria is effort of the Yoruba media. I'm telling you the truth.
Because 100%, they are the main culprit.
willingly.
That's why when Mazen Nanikano came hard upon the Yoruba media,
Yeah.
they can take money from the devil and tell you that the devil is an angel of light.
Yoruba media. In a way, I don't know, maybe they understand the power of the media, because even as we speak now, bro, because we will pay very close attention, trust me. As we speak now, on these individual YouTube channels, they are trying to make headway again. Like there's one they call Flip TV, then later now they transform into City Stand, blah, blah, blah. And there's another one again. These are Yorubas. So in a way, they understand the power of the media, because, you know, the media can make you hate the victim and like the oppressor. That is the power of media. That is the power of the media.
That is where we got it wrong. So many of us are not paying attention to media.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
If not for the presence of Mazen Nandekano.
Nnamdi Kanu, yeah.
We will be nowhere. Mazen Nandekano started from media, and thank God for the presence of social media.
Exactly.
If not for that, if not for Mazen Nandekano, we will be nowhere.
Yeah.
It is this same media they used to push the issue of Igbo coup that begin to reign. It was this media they use.
Yeah. With no rebuttal, absolutely.
No rebuttal.
Yeah.
And you see what they do. Even when Babangida came out and gave that testimony, did you see any of their station carry it?
They want to shut it down. They still want to continue to lie.
They don't speak about it. They don't talk about it.
Yeah. You remember that program me and you will watch from VOP, the Yoruba guy was still pushing the same agenda.
Exactly.
So that's how reprobate they are. These are reprobate set of people, you know.
Give them what they deserve. Bunch of idiots.
Man, Nnamdi Kanu, oh my God. He will almost want to cry about the complicity, the dupliciousness of this Yoruba media. Yoruba.
When you see Nnamdi Kanu talking, you won't understand.
Jesus Christ.
You see him talk and cry and call them out. You won't understand. You think he's hating. It is not hatred. This is what they do.
Hey, God.
They have committed havoc.
They
lot of havoc have been committed by this media, this Yoruba media.
Hey, God.
Look at how the fools line up themselves.
Yeah.
None of them is asking a responsible and reasonable question. What is the source of this information you are pushing forward?
Yeah. Because when you watch like in the Western world, to an extent at least, BBC, CNN, MSNBC, or the rest of it, at least you will see them quote the source of their information, you know. Right.
You have to.
Because you have to be able to have some authenticity in what you are reporting that goes about to do damage. But no, the zoo, oh my God. Audio.
My sister Ojugo, please take the mic. Let's hear you. Ojugo, are you there?
Yes. Good morning, Gorgeous. Good morning, my brothers in the house and all the good Biafrans that are awake. Good morning, everybody. I was just listening, and I don't know if I should be smiling or laughing. Because why? I was just thinking in my mind, who is the owner of TVC? Who is the owner? And my brother, I think the Chris, has already identified and explained who the owner of TVC is. So, are you expecting anything good from Tinubu? Nothing. Nothing. He knows why he instituted this network to work for him.
Yeah.
So, if you are not good, you cannot give out good. He's number one wanted person in the world, and this is his network. I don't know if anybody is expecting anything good to come from this network. What I know is when there is something that is important, event that is very important to you, You travel. The owner of the network, Tinubu, can sponsor them to travel to Finland if Simon Ekpa issue is very, very important to them.
Exactly.
And if they want to prove a point,
yeah,
there should be at least 1-2 should go there. And don't this, I saw some cameramen and all those, inside the court. It's not like the zoo court. Cameras and things are not allowed. Sometimes they do secret. No. You can pay, they can pay a flight and go there. 1-2 person to go cover it so that you get that real message that is keeping you awake. Because the case of Simon Ekpa is very, very important to them. Travel.
Giving them sleepless nights. Yes, they cannot send a single journalist there.
That's just the point. You send somebody, and that will even give your network very big, huge supporters.
Credibility. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what you would have done.
Yeah.
You didn't do that. And you're here, talking. Says the worst is that. That's why I said, like I was just like shaking my head. They condemn social media in their mouth here.
Yeah.
Then went to social media and then got a point.
Yeah, and ran with it.
And ran with it.
Oh dear.
My dear, you can see. You see, it's just, that's why, trust me.
See their face, how they are looking like cows, like full
I'm
cows.
telling you, I went to University of Science and Technology, Port Harcourt. But when I came here to US, the first thing I did was to go and register myself in a school. Because I didn't feel the education I have that impacted my life was my high school in a Catholic, school, because I went to a Catholic school. But you see, University of Science and Technology, Port Harcourt, I didn't feel like I went to school. Because it was all bribery and corruption. And as soon as I got to US, the next school district, I just put myself in. I say, you know what? Please go get yourself educated.
See?
So I went to school immediately. I didn't even wait. Because that's how I was feeling myself. That's how I was feeling. Because when I was there in that school, I was like, how can I defend this certificate where I will write thesis, I will write this, submit, my lecturer will not mark it, he just dump my paper.
Yeah.
And then when I come to check my results, it's asking me, have you done something? Have you given us something? If I say no, he said, oh, okay, you guys think that you're smart. Your paper is out here. You think I have time to read all this junk that you people are writing? A lecturer standing me up in his office and talking to me.
Imagine.
So so after that, no. I came here because you gotta tell yourself the truth. I came here, I just enrolled myself back to school. The difference is so clear. None of this will come here now and work in any reasonable place. None of that. None of this bunch of vagabonds.
They cannot
fools do any reasonable job. Nigeria will happen to each and every one of you as I'm looking at your miserable faces.
You say
miserable faces.
It's already happening to them. Look at how they look.
It's already happening. Did you watch the I saw it on on our DPM, this is a guy that with the sister coming from abroad. I don't know what part of abroad, and right there on a highway, one of these the defense, what are all these people that are on a highway? It's a immigration or custom something.
Custom.
5,000 or no 5,000. They shot the guy right there.
Yeah.
Right there, and it was lifeline. Right there. It will happen to all. You see these miserable faces that I don't know what they did to their face. They look like that of a snake. It will happen to each and every one of them.
Every one of them. Look at them. Janjaweed.
So you don't expect anything from Tinubu. Why would you expect it from if you listen to one of the court cases of Ntambekam, you will see the power when he was condemning Nigerian media. This media that is the worst thing that people there are suffering. Is the media. One of the enemies of the citizen is this. Because the whole world don't know what is happening in that place.
Yeah, the world depends on them.
The world depends on them, and they have no clue. If not social media, they have no clue. That is one of the advantage of having a cell phone that captures some of these things as it's going on. If anybody trusts in all this, and you look at them, I'm sure they're all from Yoruba. Look at their faces.
By looking at them, you know where they're from.
Yes. Yes. Lying. Ordinary Twitter. You open your mouth, you condemn the social media. You are the one that went to social media, standing up well dressed, like a reasonable human being, and you're just showing us where you got your source of information. It's from social media that you condemn. Yeah? Oh yeah, you see what I'm saying? I don't know if I should be laughing. I don't know if I should be smiling. I don't know if I was just shaking my head like, where do we start to talk about this? They did that with Nnamdi. Nnamdi has no connection. How many times did one of the lawyers ask Nnamdi a question about Simon Ekpa? He made no speech.
No speech, no comment.
He did not talk. He put it by the side. Immediately they opened their mouth, mentioned Simon. He whips it out. So where is that source? A whole Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister you're talking about, highly educated, a military personnel, that you're telling me that he doesn't know the implications of what he's doing? And when you listen to him, you bunch of foul. No, foul is better than, because foul protects their own. You people don't protect your citizens. You mess them up. Which animal that eats its own? There's animal that when they are born a kid, they eat it up. I can't remember one of the animals. There's animal that does like that eat themselves up. This is what they are. A whole Simon Ekpa. He thinks that he doesn't know what he's doing. And he always said it that whatever he's doing is on him. It's on him.
This is somebody. When he submitted petition to the government, it was on video. He was with his camera.
Yes.
The first time, the second time, even then they were pushing a propaganda. They say he was in a hotel.
And he kept telling them, take your wolves out of Biafra land. Take your wolves out. That is only thing. Nigeria, leave our land. You carry terrorists, people, you use a fake polish them, put them inside the military. They go there, get information, no locations, they leave. And tomorrow you're talking about they are taking over the land. Why wouldn't they take over the land? Why wouldn't they break down military bases? Why? And they are the people that you sent to our land. This bunch of idiots saw those people hanging lines and thousands of bullets and just laughing and just shooting to the whole village. He didn't show them. He didn't bring them up. Sorry, but I'm not really moved because I know the owner of the channel. I know the owner, the worst human being on earth, the most corrupt individual on earth, the number one wanted person on earth is the owner of your channel. So why won't you be like that? Snake because snake. Look at all of you. They even look like himself. I don't know if you're because they're born like a cow everywhere. Maybe all of you are because you all look alike and you all look like him. Fools. My dear brother, go ahead.
Sorry, my sister. So, for me, to be honest with you, if even if let's just say for sake of argument that the country split into two, like South Korea and North Korea, sort of, okay, northern Nigeria, southern Nigeria, in my heart of heart, I will still not want to be in the same country with Yorubas. Not because I hate them, but there's a point I want to make now.
They need to be on their own, my brother. They need
yes,
to be on
I will want that. And again, sometimes I'm like, Nnamdi Kanu, the way his mind works, I don't know why mine works similar way, right? The difference again is that he has this gift. Because everybody will not be the head, everyone will not be the king, but our mindset goes toward the same direction. Now, for the Yorubas, for all I have known about them, and again, maybe not 100%, but for the most part, I would not want to be in the same country with them, at least not for now, not from when the breakup takes place. Let them go and manage themselves, govern themselves. Let's see how they will be able to manage in these lies and duplicitousness, in all this connivance and the level of I think the best word is that duplicity. I think that is the right word. Because this is what they've been in for as long as we've known them. So let them go and let's see how it will help them to manage their country. Or maybe they are doing it because of the Nigerian factor. Because somehow you see that Nigeria, in a way, is like no man's land, sort of. It's like chop and chop. You chop on the day when it go break, it break, everybody go. Because even this Tinubu himself, he said at some point in the past that he did not believe in Nigeria. He said he doesn't believe in Nigeria. So, but that apart, I think that the Yorubas, they just have these characteristics that is so different from Biafrans for the most part. Therefore, I'm not gonna sit here and compare them to marauding Fulanis. No, far from it. But at the same time, our ways are so different that I will want to see, let them manage on their own, we manage on our own, then let's see what happens. Maybe they will change their way, or they will come to the realization that you cannot build a nation on a faulty lies and foundation, lying foundation. It will not work, because so far till now, till this day, it's not changed. When they talk about something, you see that program we watch on VOP the other day, the 2 Yoruba guys who were there, their body language, the words that comes out of their mouth, even when they know that it's not true, even the way they try and water it down, something is not right. So that's my point. Like I said, no, let them manage themselves. We can be good neighbors. We can trade together. We can have bilateral relations. We're all African, fine. But you have to live the way you choose to live. That's my point.
That's why they're looking for Duduwa, and we're looking for Biafra.
Exactly.
We are not the same.
Yeah.
These are total different people joined together.
100%. By force.
By force.
Yeah.
by fire, by force. So we are not the same. We don't even, it's even those in abroad that intermarry that much with Yoruba people.
Yeah.
But outside that, we don't even, or those maybe are Lagos.
Yeah.
But it's hard to see somebody from the southeast traveling all the way to Yoruba land to go get married now.
It's madness. That is madness.
It's either they met in abroad or those that live at Lagos or maybe Yoruba land. Outside that, now you can somebody from Igbo just travel all the way. Now. So we have different culture, different lifestyle. Yoruba people, we all know that. I live in Ile-Ife, the heart of the Yoruba, for 4 years. I did. Yes, I did. So I know them. I lived there for 4 years. I know how they can sabotage. They don't have liver. That one, they don't have liver. That's why, if we push it this way, they move that way. You push this is their characteristic. That's why all this bunch of media comes from them.
Because
coming from there.
You know that all these whole
upon the educated though.
Yeah.
Upon they are what that one of the people that are educated in Nigeria. And they are among the people that traveled out of the country.
Nigeria education.
Yes. And they are the people that travel out, because if you go to like London, Europe, the
How far with London? Now don't get London.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. And the education get as it be, no matter their level of education. Yoruba na Yoruba. I just tell you. When they switch to their language, you won't even know this person saw the 4 walls of school. That's how their education is. I mean, a Biafran man will try to modify it and show that, but not them. Typical. So, that's why they want their own. We want our own. Then we cannot trade together. We are not the same. We are made differently. And that's why everybody is crying about, let's go our own way.
Yeah.
Let's go. We are not the same people. So, my brother, they're already fighting for their own. So, that's very good.
That is it. Everybody should help. Let everybody on their own. To your tent, O Israel. The Arewa on their own, Ududua on their own, Biafrans on their own, Middlebelt on their own. Everybody will have peace. If we want to have business together, we reach out an agreement, a terms on how to associate with each other. Simple. It's not too much to ask.
Speaker.
Greg, unmute yourself and speak to us. Let's hear you.
All right.
Bro Greg, are you there? Unmute yourself.
Okay, Mazi, good afternoon.
You're welcome, my brother.
Good afternoon to all the panels, my sister and the priest. So thank God again today. I've been listening. I know I'm coming out here in the city. So, yes, we thank God today is Friday again. Biafrans is back up. So we thank God for the grace of life and His mercy on us today. And we thank God for our leaders. We will always remember them every minute in our life until they are free, until Biafra is free. Because holding them there is holding Biafra. We will remember Mazin Amnekano on his elbow. May God continue strengthening him and give him the grace to overcome all the Janjaweed's problems. And the same to our leader, PM Simon Ekpa, that heaven will strengthen him and give him the grace of victory over the evil men and women that is standing against her, evil Tinubu and the government and the Finland betrayal. So, yes, my brother, listening this morning, I watched this program, this video you played just now, yesterday, and I cried. I said, this is the kind of evidence Nigeria is having against those people they are holding in the prison. This is the kind of evidence they will present to Finland. Somebody sitting down on his comfort zone and he writes something on Twitter, only just a hater of Simon, and a whole media that know that they have reputation worldwide are using that propaganda in the Twitter as a discussion in their television that the whole world is watching. So, sometimes there are things they are doing to all those things to Simon Ekpa. But all this will show Finland the kind of petition, the kind of lie that Nigeria is made of. So they would think that it's only the people who is in Oshodi and those in Asarok that is watching what they are doing. They are trying to please their paymasters and the owner of the television and those haters of Simon. But little do they know that the whole world is watching it. As we are in this panel now, many are living in Europe here, many are living in America. So it shows that America is watching, Finland is watching, the whole world is watching their propaganda and the kind of lies they tell every day on the national television. And the things that are real, that is happening, they will not bring it to the people to understand and to know. Can that not imagine a normal human being? So, that is the battle we are fighting. The propaganda of Nigerian government and the citizens of that hate Igbos because of what God made them and what God has blessed them with. Otherwise, any person that is reasonable, that followed Mazin Nnamdi Kanu or followed Simon Ekpa and all this while, we know where Simon Ekpa is and where he started and where he is now. But these people, they will not, even the people that call themselves the Biafrans and those ones who just attach themselves as freedom fighter in IPOB, are they not the people that wrote those things that these people are using as a propaganda? Go and watch it. This one here, my brother is saying, is a Fulani man. He's not a Fulani man. He's a Biafran that wrote that thing from the beginning. This is their first time. This is the something they brought during the time of first time they called our PM in November time. That was when they brought this their propaganda that he said he's not a Biafra leader, that he's a content creator. It came out first from the Igbo man. So, and the same people are the ones that are using it to propagate those things, and their plan is using it to write their evil, which the what do you call it? Is it this television view what is using now, thinking that he is want to hold a meeting against Simon Ekpa. When the Finland will watch and see how evil Simon is, not knowing they will hang them on the gallon that they prepare for Simon Ekpa as the hammer plan to kill the people of God. So all those lies they are plotting against Simon will be used against them, because the world will come to know that they are all liars, from Tinubu to Buhari to Obasanjo, to all of them, to Uzodimma, to Ojo Zokalo, and Soludo, and many more of them, to weaken them. And these people are evil people, and they are all liars. So, what are we doing? What we are doing here is to debunk the ones we can debunk, and to tell the world what is the real truth. And what is the truth is that Biafra wants to go. Biafra can no more stand the humiliation, the injustice, the inhuman that that is happening to us. So that those things we can no more take them. We took enough for over 60 to 70 years. How old am I? I was born during the Nigerian Biafran War. And how many years have I lived now in Europe? And those things that face many of us out from Nigeria is even increasing and increasing more. So that is why some people who are living here, when you meet any of them who think that what we are doing is stupid, maybe that young man that went to where, or where did they call it, and he went to inspect the land he bought. And yeah, they chased them away and took the wife. And he even succeeded in running away. And later he came back again to say, let me go and see my wife to know if they have, if those people let him go. Without thinking, maybe those are the type of people who think that what we are doing here is we are just wasting time every day. But at least we come and on camera and put on microphone. Everybody will be coming talking because we have nothing we are doing. So he went there because he cannot believe that when Fulani kick you, they are not joking. That's why he went back to see if they really carry the wife. And then they took, and then they have no option but to kill him because he was not wise enough to go and look for people who will help him with equipment to go and check what is happening with the wife. So these are the kind of those 1,000 tumults. And because everything we are doing here is because he has no job. So that is why that man died like that. Yeah. So what we do is continue telling the world the truth, telling the brothers and sisters to take care of themselves, fight for their rights, come out and join, do the needful, so that our land will be free. And when you said no, when it will happen to you, you will go like this very brother that traveled home and end up in, because he bought land. Which land are you buying? You are buying land and you want to go and develop it, and where there is no security, where the Fulanis are taking up your land, where Fulanis are destroying your people, and you want to go and buy land, you want to go and see the land you want. So that is carelessness. That's why I see it. So, my Biafrans, my courage this afternoon is to tell you to be strong. We will be telling them that we are not shaking. Instead, whatever they're doing is making us to be more strong. Whatever they are doing is making us to love each other more and love what we are doing more, because what we are doing is the right thing that will push us to freedom. So those things will bring us together and make us more strong. So I pray that God will encourage each and every one of us to always remember the needful. There is no other thing that is needful than freedom. Nigeria cannot continue. We must do everything that is possible to make sure that we are free from the evil contraction that caused Nigeria. Anybody that wants to be a Yoruba can go to Lagos and be a Yoruba man. If you want to be a Fulani, can go to Sokoto or wherever and be a Fulani man. You have free. Every person is free to choose where he belongs and the citizenship he want to be. Yeah. So is that. So my brothers, I thank you so much, and I will encourage you to continue doing your faithful, and God will bless you. And bless all the brothers are here and be blessed. Thank you, my too. As I will continue this. God bless you.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you for your wonderful contribution. And we must continue. Every Biafran, wherever you are, you must know that today is Saturday. And remember, every Saturday we come together to raise funds for the United States of Biafra. So the fundraising is going to take place today, 7 p.m. Biafra time. Every one of us should key in. Just as I said before, it is not enough to ask what has the government done, what has the government done. You on your yourself, are you doing what you are supposed to do? What have you done on your own part? The government we are talking about is you and I. There is no organization sponsoring it, no government of the world sponsoring it. It is you and I. So when you say, what has the government done? It's just like asking yourself, what have you done to support the government? Ask that question genuinely and answer it genuinely. If you give a genuine answer to it, then you will now have an answer of what the government has done. And if you have not done anything, you will now know why the government have not done much as they are supposed to do. If you have not done your part, that is why the government have not done much as they're supposed to do. They were going to only do things according to based on the limited resources they have. So I urge everybody to join us today, 7 p.m. Biafran time, on the fundraising to support the United States of Biafra. So we are going to end the program here so some people can be able to preserve their data for the program. You know, our fundraising is always, it takes hours. So I'm going to allow us to end the program here so that we can go and prepare for the fundraising by 7 p.m. Everybody will key in and we will do it once again as we always do. So as we round up, we are going to take our closing remark and close up the program to meet again 7 p.m. Biafran time. My beloved sister Ojugo, go ahead and give us your closing remark as we round up.
Pastor, I want to ask you something briefly, if you.
Okay, go ahead.
Sister Ojugo. Yeah. Nnamdi Kanu's court date was supposed to be, was it today is Saturday? Was it supposed to be Friday? And they postponed it. Are you aware?
16th, 18, and 22 or so. I think. I can't remember.
Oh, because I saw yesterday in the zoo as usual, we were just, saying it that because of Salah, there's Muslim Salah, that they postponed it. I don't know. Maybe they make up so many lies. All right. So it's 16, you said, huh?
Yeah, I think so. I will go and check it again. But I think it was 3 dates the game was given down last year. 3 dates was given.
Okay.
I'll check it.
All right.
I will check it again. It's 3 dates was given. Go ahead, my beloved sister Ojugo.
Okay. Thank you once again, everybody. When Nigeria gets angry, that will call them zoo. They can see why we call them zoo. In fact, they should be happy that we are calling them zoo.
Yeah.
Because if you go to zoo, if you visit, they are well properly taken care of.
Yes, so
they stay in their room. Whatever you put them, they stay there.
Yeah.
If you give them food, they eat their food. They don't misbehave. So even calling them zoo is even very good. It's a good, zoo is a well-organized place where people go and see animals that are with better reasoning than the country Nigeria and the citizens inside it. Just check it. Check it. How much money you will give a Nigerian person and it devour its own. But check how many animals will do that. Ordinary city. Check. Go, let it have a picking. Go touch it. And you see if it will not plug off for 2 of your eyes. So calling them that zoo sometimes, I don't know if the zoo is even the best name or Bongo is the best. I don't know which one to give them.
Maybe Jungle.
Maybe I think the jungle is the best. The jungle country. Because zoo is good.
Yeah.
Zoo is good. It's a good place. Everybody goes and, watch the behaviors of different animals and how they operate. So I think the jungle, because in the jungle, You eat whom that is available, and they eat you. Just do whatever you want to do. Where there is no law and
orderliness.
order.
No
No law and
orderliness
order.
in jungle.
So they should be happy that we're using that word zoo. They should be very, very happy. Because the jungle is the best. A man, Nigeria jaga jaga. They say bring him to kill him. Which one jaga past what is happening now?
Idris is singing now. They said they won't kill him. They say why you go sing like that?
They won't kill him. They won't. They ban the music.
They ban the music.
They ban the music. Is that Nigeria not jaga now? Has anything good come out from that country called Nigeria? Called the jungle Nigeria? Look at the media deceiving their own citizens, people that are suffering there. Because no matter how much they are paying you, you are feeling that pinch. And you are even scared of your life in that country, Nigeria. Because Nigeria can happen to you at any time. And you dress well, you come out, you just do things that are not relevant instead of you to focus on what is going on in your own country and let the world know so that you can get help. I don't blame any of them. Because open your mouth there, Tinubu will happen to you. Open. Tinubu will happen to you. Let's always remember, Biafra, TVC is Tinubu's channel. Tinubu owns that TVC. And Tinubu is the most wanted human being, criminal, drug pusher, sleeping Mohania, whatever you can do. So, what do you think? Snake begat snake.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And everybody have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. Thank you. We appreciate you. And the court of Supreme Leader Mazen Nanekano, they are right. It was ceased. Supposed to be ceased yesterday. Now 16th, 18th, and 19th. It didn't even occur to me because I didn't check it. I was looking onto Aloy's post, but I didn't get updates. So
they postponed it.
Yeah, it was initially they gave us 6th, 16th, 18th, and 19th of June. The one of 6th, which was yesterday, has been postponed, as you said. So we're going to be looking forward to 16th, 18th, and 19th. Yeah. So it is well. My brother Christian, give us your closing remark as we round up.
Okay, so I was going to say that you see this criminal drug baron, Elect never stepped into America since when he became president. Even the last UN this thing, he sent his vice, another terrorist co-founder, Chetima. So let's see, maybe this coming one, maybe this year, or maybe next year. I think they do it every year, whether he go or he go still send somebody. He's a wanted man. He's a wanted man, but can only thrive in Nigeria.
He can go if he wants to go. He has immunity.
Yeah, yeah, he has immunity, but with Trump, you just never know. Trust me, bro, you just never know. Trump can pull off anything, I'm telling you, Now, yeah, he has that immunity. I know that every president can go, but let's just wait and see if he will be confident enough to go. Because Akiyemi, that former minister, already advised him to be careful with Trump, that he shouldn't cross paths. So this weekend, my dear brother. Hey, anyway, so let's just leave it at that for now, and we see again. I'm at work now till very late in the night, but yeah, if I'm able, then we'll see later.
Thank you so much, my
and
brother.
Have a nice weekend, every Biafran, Bra Greg and Sister Ojugo. Then we'll see again. Thanks.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you and every Biafran that have joined us on the program. from beginning to end. Thank you so much. Please join us 7 p.m. Biafra time for the fundraising. Don't miss it. No matter how little, it will go a long way. No matter how little, your support is highly needed. The United States of Biafra is sponsored by you and I. No other person will do it except you do it. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect all of us, provide for us. I wish all of you a happy weekend. See you again in the evening by the special grace of Chukwu Okike. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Oronigwe. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafrans shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our leaders shall prosper. Thank you so much, and see you again 7 p.m. Biafran time. Be there.
Yeah, my dear, on the beat.
See mommy Nkechi, a rapper don't tell she the new for grave where my youth day, Papa Emeka. Don't blind from growing, picking don't fall, now watch up I'm raw. Me self they shake my hand no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today I just one more. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know, babe.
She need the voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she knows I be this woe. I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
No, make we try yo. Back up in the day.
I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
Oh, make we try yo.
Back up joints with a trembling. Oh, hey. If we no join now, our children go so.
It is plain to see. If you want freedom, take pride in your country. If you want democracy, hold on to your sovereignty. And if you want peace, love your nation. Wise leaders always put the good of their own people and their own country first. The future does not belong to globalists. The future belongs to patriots. The future belongs to sovereign and independent nations who protect their citizens, respect their neighbors, and honor the differences that make each country special and unique. It is why we in the United States embarked on an exciting program.
Now therefore, the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in exile, His Excellency Ekpa Simon Njoko, by virtue of the authority and pursuant of the issues and principles recited above, do hereby solemnly proclaim that the territory and region under the 40 confederating states of Biafra, together with her continental shelf and territorial waters, shall henceforth regain her independence.
Truth is plain to